say one of the worst situations that I've been in is when I was driving two seniors home from work. They were clients where I was working, and the one woman sat in the back of my car, and when I went to drop her off, she actually got stuck in the back of my car, and I tried pulling her, and people walking down the street probably thought we were crazy and probably thought, what the heck was I doing? But I tried to pull her out of my car, and then I actually had to go from behind and push her out because she was wedged like a hot dog into the back of my car, and I was very scared.
I was on a date with this guy, okay? It was like maybe like the third time we'd ever hung out. And we were watching the animated movie Ice Age, I believe is what it's called. Anyways, so I believe it's a mammoth in this film, and the mammoth's name is Manfred, okay? So we're watching the movie, and I figure out the name is Manfred, and I just crack up. Like, I'm like, what kind of a name is Manfred? That's the worst name in the world. Who would ever name their kid Manfred? Like, I just going on and on and on. Anyway, so then Eric turns and he looks at me, completely serious, and he goes, Bryn, and I'm like, what? Like, just cracking up. And he goes, my dad's name is Manfred. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then I asked him what his mom's name was so I wouldn't insult her too. Veronica. Good thing he told me. Oh, awkward.
The worst situation that ever happened to me was there. I come walking out of my bathroom one day. I got a C-12 pointed at me with about 5 SWAT members in my house doing a raid because somebody on the 5th floor got shot with a shotgun and thought it was me and my other buddy. So it was crazy all night. They were in and out. That's basically it, so take it easy.
Hello, my name is Heather, and I got hit by a cement truck. A cement truck. Do you hear me? I got hit by a cement truck. If that's not a bad situation, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm done.
When I was a little younger, I opened the door because it rang, and the lady there asked if I was the woman of the house. And I said no.
Poor thing, you poor thing.
But I'm over it.
He looks like a guy now.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me has been going on for almost a year now. June 7th is, I believe, the exact date. Was the last time there was a hockey game, which means it's been almost a year, almost one whole year, since the last time there was a National Hockey League game. I don't know if I can take it anymore. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Excuse me.
When me and my sisters were younger, I have 2 younger sisters, and we used to play this game where one person would close their eyes and the other 2 would lead them down the street, and it was a trust game. And basically I would trust my sisters that they would lead me and guide me and show me the way down the street. So it was late at night and it was the middle of winter, and so we started walking. I closed my eyes, my sisters were guiding me down the street, and we were laughing and having fun. And they decided to walk me into, or guide me into a parked van. And as they're doing this, I'm laughing and I slipped on some ice. I go head first, I go, ah, right into a parked van. I reach up to my mouth to where I hurt myself, and I feel right here, and there's half a tooth. And the other half is lost in the snow somewhere.
Hi, okay, the worst situation I have ever been in, I am telling you, is this one time I was going to see my boyfriend at the time, and I had to take the Greyhound bus, and this guy from another country peeks over the seat as I'm like just driving on the bus talking to my friend next to me, and he's like, hi, I'm from another country and I need a wife, and I was like wondering if you'd be interested. And we were kind of like, oh no, and he had this pamphlet, like a pamphlet with his picture and like his mission statement on what he was doing to find a wife and things like that. And so we ended up at the bus station, and he sat down next to me and he's like, so, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm really sorry. And I don't know why I apologize, but I really don't deal with confrontation well, so this really was the worst situation ever. And he's like, oh, okay, so you really wouldn't want to marry me? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. It was so awkward, and I had to walk away, and like, with this pamphlet in my hand about this guy who's looking for a wife, and I promised him I'd hand it out to my friends, and I'm a liar because I didn't, because I don't know why, because I just didn't think they'd be interested. But yeah, that was it.
I was out running one time. I went running for a 10-kilometer run, and I got to the farthest corner from my house, Like, it was in the country, so it was real far away. And I had ice cream for supper. And ice cream doesn't sit well after you're running like 15 minutes after supper. It was the diarrhea feeling. So I was looking for a bathroom, there's no houses around. So I went to the bush, and after I was done, I realized I'm in the middle of a pine bush. So I walked home, I think it was like 7 kilometers without wiping. That's about it.